for the video quality, and if the audio is not sufficient, please make sure do the necessary adjustments now. I'm going to start in a while, around 3 minutes. There were some difficulties signing in, that's why I got delayed, and I apologize everyone for that. Okay, um yesterday we started about introduction to organic chemistry. So the first we mentioned about different kinds of fuel, that is the main idea of fossil fuels with petroleum, crude oil, uh, natural gas, and coal are the main fuels that we discussed yesterday. And we discussed about refining or separating different compounds from petroleum, and following that we talk about the fractional distillation of crude oil, that is how to separate chemical compounds from crude oil. And also we learn about that from fractional distillation, the compounds that we get, usually the smaller compounds is not enough to meet the demand, so we have to do cracking. And cracking has two examples. One is one type of cracking, it produces a smaller alkane and alkene. Large alkane is broken down into smaller alkane and alkene. And the second type is the second type of cracking is where ethane can be cracked to form ethene and alkene plus hydrogen gas. So I hope you all were attentive yesterday. So in order to test your attentiveness, I have made a Google form quiz, a test. So right now I'm going to share uh, the link. All students, you have to click on the link. When you click on the link, um, you will be directed to, if you have Google Forms installed in your phone, you will be directed to the application. If not, you may need to install, or you can straight away do from any browser. I hope you all are ready. So let me share the link through Viber. Okay, I'm going to share the link through Viber. uh, Before I share the link, let me give you some heads up. You don't need Google Classroom, you need Google Forms. Google Forms. Please everyone, if you do not have Google Forms in your mobile phone, please make sure you install. Usually if you are using the school tablet, the Google Forms will be already installed. From the Google you can search Google Forms, and I will give you some time. Those who don't have Google Forms, please make sure go to the Google Store and install Google Forms. Those who don't have phone right now, I will share the link through the chat, the live chat as well, so you can straight away click on the link from the chat. This is only for grade 10 students, yes. I will share the link shortly. I'm waiting for all students to make sure that you have Google Form app installed. Yes, Google Forms. Google Forms. You can search Google Forms from App Store, from the Google App Store. Search Google Forms from the Google App Store. If you are using a laptop, you don't have to install anything. You can straight away when I share the link, you can straight away click the link and you can start doing the test paper. And before we start, you don't have to watch Google Forms and stream at the same time, because one while you do the test you don't need to watch, but you can keep the YouTube browser, the tab open, or if you are using the YouTube application you can keep it open, and then you can proceed after the test. Please refrain from any uh, unuseful chat in the chat room. I may have to remove you or give you a timeout. I will be sending the links soon. So before I send the link, uh, just make sure the time limit for the test paper is 5 minutes. All right, 5 minutes. So the timer will start once I share the link, and uh, let me put on the timer as well. So my timer is set now. Let me share the link. Alright, I have shared the link and I'm going to start the timer. Everyone, go ahead. Good luck. Yes, start now. Heads up everyone, you have almost 1 minute. Please make sure you use the correct spelling. Okay, we'll check the question. All right, time over. Let's see. 48 students, 48 responses. Okay, time over. You will not be able to send response now. So most students got the first one, what is meant by hydrocarbon. Most students got that part correct. So out of 51 students, 37 students got correct. Still there are some students who got wrong what is meant by hydrocarbon. Please make sure that the only is there. Okay, hydrocarbon means a molecule that contains carbon and hydrogen only. No other element should be in that molecule. Then for the second one 30 students got correct. Petroleum are non-renewable resource. Why? Because the resource is being used faster than it can form. Now some quite large number of students have written limited resource. Now limited may also means less. Well, crude oil is not a very less resource. It contained in nature to a quite large amount. That's why we are able to use it now, but we are using every day to a larger extent. Then which two opposite processes take place during fractional distillation? uh, it seems many students got correct, that is evaporation and condensation. Yes, that's the correct answer. Then the last one, which best describe volatile and viscous? The answer is C. So 34 students out of 54, 34 students got correct. So most about more than 80% students got almost all questions correct. That's very good. It's very nice. So I want to see everyone to achieve 100% next time. So listen carefully instead of talking or chatting unnecessary things. Make sure that you think about what I'm saying and be focused on what you have to write. Okay. Okay. I'm sure you all are very good students. So yesterday we mentioned about refining, we mentioned about hydrocarbons, we mentioned about cracking of hydrocarbons, and today we are going to start with families of organic compounds. Okay. Families of organic compounds, you need to know these three key points. These are the three key points from the syllabus that you have to know. So you have to know about what structural formula is. You will be learning about drawing structure, especially methane, ethane, ethene, ethanol, ethanoic acid. You will be introduced with these molecules. You will know what a family of compound stand for, and you will learn about functional groups as well. Now there are millions of organic compounds that could make organic chemistry confusing, but to avoid this, the compounds are named in a very logical way. The rest of this chapter is about some families of organic compounds. So you might have heard about alkanes, alkenes. So for these families, the name of the organic compounds tell you which family it belongs to and how many carbon atoms are in it. Okay, the name of the family tells you, the name of the organic compound tells you which family it belongs to and how many carbon it has. So for example, if you take a look at to the table below this table, you can see you can see that ethene molecule C2H6. Ethene, from the name itself, eth is the prefix. Eth means the prefix, alright, which is the first name, the first part of the name. The first part of the name or the prefix is the number of carbon. Alright, so you can see from the top table, if the first part is meth or meth, then it is 1. Eth means 2, and prop 3, but 4, pent 5, hex 6. Now I have mentioned up to 6 because in your syllabus you have to learn how to name up to 6 carbon, but there are other names as well. For example, for 7 it is called hept, for 8 it's called non, for 9 for 8 for 7 it's called hept, uh, for 7 it's called hept, for 8 it's called if I remember correctly it will be oct, yes, oct, and for 9 it will be non, for 10 it will be dec. Alright, so those names you don't have to learn, but it's better if you know. But from 1 to 6 carbon you have to know the prefixes. Okay, so the first part of the name represents the number of carbon. The second part, which is the suffix, if that is the end of the name, represents the homologous series, the name or the family group name. So for example, if it ends with ane, it is an alkane. If it is ends with ene, it is an alkene. All alcohols, oic carboxylic acids. So this means if ethane, you will know ane, it ends with ane, yes, ethane is an alkane. Ethene, ene, yes, we know it is an alkene. So always remember the name of the compound. The name of the compound represents the first part, which is the number of carbon, and the last part, which is the name of the homologous series. Alright. Now, this table shows the simplest family of alkanes. Now, here again are the first 4 members. Note that methane is the simplest member. Now, if you look at the table, can you tell me what pattern you noticed? What is the pattern you noticed from the table? Just note it down in the chat. Yes, the organic compounds grow larger, the molecules gets larger, but by how much? Its boiling point increase as it becomes larger. Yes, very good. Then doubles, differs with CH group. Maya Sharif, very good. It differs with CH group. So if you add CH to methane, the first compound, you will get ethane. If you add CH2 to ethane, you will get propane. If you add CH2 to propane, you will get butane, and so on and so forth. It goes on to infinity. So that's why organic compounds, we have a separate huge topic. In fact, chemistry has different branches and organic chemistry is one. Alright, hopefully you understood the information. Now you have to know about how we can compare different families. So if you see from this table, you can see the first one, the family names: alkanes, alkenes, alcohols, carboxylic acid. These are the 4 main homologous series names. The homologous series means the family names. Alright, and you have an example member, for example ethane, ethene, ethanol, ethanoic acid, and with the formula as well. And if you represent the formula into structural way, you will be able to see all the bonds. In a structural formula, you will be able to see all the bonds in a molecule. So please be aware of that. A structural formula shows all the bonds in a molecule. So each line, single line, represents one covalent bond. One covalent bond means one pair of electrons, which means two electrons, one electron from one atom and one electron from the other atom shared together. That is a covalent bond. Alright, that is one of the basic idea about covalent bonds. And if you can see from this table, you can see it is something called functional group. From alkane, the functional group is carbon-carbon double bond, and for the alcohol, the functional group is OH. For the carboxylic acid, the functional group is C double bond O, OH. What do you think this functional group is? Can anyone mention in the chat what is the definition of a functional group? What is functional group? We all know it is a part of the molecule. All right, so why that part of the molecule is important? It is the group that defines what homologous series it is in. Yes, that's true. A group of atoms responsible for characteristics reaction of particular compound. It's yes, but what's more important about functional group is it is the part of the reaction. It is a part of the molecule in which it reacts or changes when it reacts with other substance. So for example, take a look at the alcohol molecule. Only CH bond, this bond will be affected in most of the alcohol reaction, meaning the CH2 and CH3, these two carbon will remain unchanged. Only the COH part will involve in the reaction and will be changed because of a reaction. So the part that is involved in the reaction is actually the functional group of that particular compound. Alright, hope you understand that. Now, why we call these compounds as homologous series? What are the characteristics of a homologous series? So these are the key 3 points that you must remember. It's very important because almost every year definition of homologous series is asked. So in a homologous series, all compounds fit to the same general formula. They have similar chemical properties. Chemical properties means they react with other substances in a similar way. So from the table you can see methane, for example, it reacts similar way with chlorine as when ethane reacts with chlorine, as when propane reacts with chlorine. The reaction is similar, but the product form may be different, but the reaction is similar. That's what it says about have similar chemical properties. And as you can see, as the chain grows larger, the compound show a gradual change in physical properties. Now here properties means physical properties. For example, their boiling point increase as the molecules become larger. So for example, from the table, methane has lower melting point or boiling point than propane. As the molecules become larger, boiling point, melting point increase, but as the molecules become larger, they burns less easily, which means less flammable. Okay, Now let me ask one question for all. As the molecules become larger, what will happen to the viscosity of the liquid? What will happen to the viscosity of the liquid as the molecules become large? Will it increase or decrease? Will increase. Viscosity is high. Can anyone just type in what will be the Divehi word for viscosity? The Divehi word for viscosity. Olaka. Yes. Very good. Now when everyone says Ola, Ola means usually it represents something like hello from another language. Okay, the flammability decrease, yes. Okay, Olakam, that's the correct one. So uh, for today we will finish the lesson for now. So for today's lesson we mentioned about comparing the families. We learn about what structural formula is. We learn about what is functional group is. We learn about what is homologous series and some of the characteristics of homologous series. We have taken some examples of homologous series as alkanes, alkenes, alcohol, carboxylic acid, and we have gone through some of the comments regarding homologous series. Now let me show you the previous table. If you read the points mentioned in the comments, you can see alkanes, the bonds between their carbon atoms are single bonds, but alkenes, they have carbon-carbon double bond. There is another name for carbon-carbon double bond. Can anyone tell me what is the other name for a compound having carbon-carbon double bond? Carbon-carbon double bond means unsaturated. Yes, very good, Amani. So yes, very good, Aisha Farheen. Saturated. Some students are saying saturated. No, saturated means having a single bond. Okay, unsaturated. Yes, very good. Now look at the comments of for alcohol. Alcohols are not hydrocarbons. Why? Because oxygen atom is there. A hydrocarbon is a molecule that contain only carbon and hydrogen, but alcohol contain oxygen in addition to carbon and hydrogen, so it's not an hydrocarbon. They are like alkanes. That's why alcohol, since they have single bonds, they are like alkanes. Even in the name itself, for the alcohol, the first part is the name of the alkane, then the second part is ol. So ethane, ol, ethanol. The e is not there, that's only the difference. And if it is, for example, alcohol having 4 carbon, it will be butane, ol, butanol, pentane, ol, pentanol, propane, ol, propanol. That's how you give the names for alcohol. And for the carboxylic acid, similar pattern. The thing is, please do not confuse. Carboxylic acid does not have carbon-carbon double bond. It has carbon-oxygen double bond, which is different. Alright? All carboxylic acid contain C double bond O OH, which is the code COOH mentioned here, which is the functional group. So if it is 2 carbon, we say ethane, the alkane name, and then we add oic, ethanoic. If it is 3 carbon, prop will be the suffix, so propane, oic acid, propanoic acid. Butane, butanoic, so butanoic acid. It goes on that way. You need to practice naming up to hexane, up to hex. All right, in all homologous series you need to practice for alkanes, alkenes, alcohol carboxylic acid up to 6 carbon, and you have to know how to draw the structure as well. I think you have practiced during Ikram's session, so I hope you all know about it. Okay, that's it for today's lesson. Now I will take, we have around 15 minutes. I will take the questions for now. If you have any question regarding today's topic, please go ahead. Hexanoic acid, what about hexanoic acid? Ibrahim Didi, you came late, right? You have to know up to hex. Okay, any question regarding today's topic? uh Today I wanted to explain more, but uh due to time being, due to some personal reason, I have to finish today early, so we can have an extended session tomorrow. Tomorrow also 2 o'clock. Tomorrow the time may change because I have to go to uh, PSM for a session, so maybe tomorrow your session will be live on PSM from TV, so let's see what happens. It's fine if you learn up to deck, that's very good. You have to learn, yes. Thank you everyone, be safe. I can provide short notes, but please do not rely on short notes often. All right, make sure that you do referencing. Yes, question Aishat Farheen. Farheen, are you a student of mine before? Is polymer related to organic chemistry, if you mean? Yes, polymer is a subtopic under organic chemistry, which is itself, polymer is itself a subtopic, but a main topic as well. Thank you, Maya Sharif. That's my objective, for so that everyone can get benefit from it. The topic is not clear. I just got the message, so that's why I have to go early. I need to go and discuss with them and clear what's what the program is about. So I cannot give more detail now. Thank you, Guresh. Good luck to you as well, and be safe. Yes, you all are very great. Abdul Rahim. What is a polymer? Polymer is a large molecule. In other sense, it is poly means many. It is combination of many small molecules to form a large molecule. Thank you, Saudan. Yes, Ahmad Abdullah. What is your question? What are carboxylic acids actually? There is no fakely carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acids are carboxylic acids. So, carboxylic acids are organic compounds that are actually acidic in nature. That has, as you can see, COOH group. If it has, then it is a carboxylic acid. One example is vinegar, which is ethanoic acid, which is 70% ethanoic acid. Alcohol has OH. Carboxylic acid has COOH. That's the difference. I'm not sure about that. China also make quality products. So most of our household products are Chinese made if you check clearly. Maybe your phone right now, the device that you are using is made up of China. So yes, that's all for today's lesson. You have to know different states of matter in organic compound. You have to know the state at room temperature for the first four compounds in alkanes, alkenes, and alcohols. Obviously, alcohol carboxylic acids are liquid, so alkanes and alkenes, the first four compounds are gases. That much you have to know. See you. No, you don't need to study about alkynes, but if you learn, that will be very good. Rausch made a very good point. Corona is made in China and it's not fake. Well said. Not the same lesson. We will continue from today's lesson. So hopefully we will finish up to alcohol tomorrow. And I'm going to take a longer session if I have time after the TV event. You have to know about the boiling point, but you don't have to exactly know. You don't have to exactly learn the boiling points. You have to know that the boiling points increase or decrease. That much. The trends. Yeah, thank you, Azma. We will start electrolysis once we finish organic chemistry. I will be doing revision on starting from the topic 1. Addition condensation is very important in polymerization. Yes, you need to learn. Yes, you need to note down the notes. Bye everyone. The common part is every family has carbon and hydrogen. That's common. That's why they are called organic compounds, because they contain chains of carbon. Mm, what do you mean quality content? Yeah, I haven't posted the PPT yet because there are some adjustments that need to be done, and I will include more slides and then I will share it. And make sure if you come across any question, just post it on the Viber group, and I will try my level best. It's better to post it. If you have any question, just post me privately, because Viber group there's so many students replying it at the same time. Okay, all right, everyone. Um, that's we will conclude for today. Hopefully, we will meet today as well. I will inform the time.